Watch this MAGA fan rage and completely abandon Donald Trump over his tariffs being deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court has ruled that Trump's tariffs are unconstitutional. Golden age update, guys. We've got nothing. We might have to pay back $150 billion to other countries and nations and businesses. Meanwhile, the American people have been screwed this entire time as prices have went up on the tariffs, and now it's been ruled unconstitutional. Well, we may be having to pay it back. This administration's a joke. It's over. This administration is an absolute travesty. We've got nothing. No mass deportations. We've got no actual release of the Epstein files. So many more to go. We have no tariffs. They're unconstitutional now. So everything you voted for is a complete lie.
Man, I love when I come across videos like this. MAGA fans finally realizing the truth, that Donald Trump is a complete fraud, a total failure, and he's backtracking on all of the promises he made to them. I gotta be honest, I don't know why this thing in particular is the one that pushed him over the edge as opposed to Donald Trump's many other scandals or failures, but he's not happy. Trump's term has been a complete disaster. His fans are even admitting it, and I expect to see more videos like this as his term goes on.
President Trump follows the law. That's why they have zero. They have nothing on this guy.
When it comes to the 91 indictments,
all fake. All fake.
All fake. There's phone calls of Trump calling Brad Raffensperger.
No.
Have you heard the phone call of Trump calling Raffensperger?
No, I didn't hear that one, so really? I can't comment on it.
It's an incredibly famous phone call. Trump calls Brad Raffensperger, who is the Secretary of State of Georgia, and he says,
you're talking about that one.
I need you to find 11,780 votes.
BS.
One more than what we want.
That is BS.
Why is it BS?
It's BS. Everybody seen the videos, okay? We've all seen the videos of sticking the ballots. You remember?
The videos that Trump took to court and they were shot down immediately?
We've all seen the videos in Georgia when they sent the poll watchers home and they went to the table, pulled out the suitcases out from under the table. Listen, we've all seen the videos, okay? So you're trolling me now.
No,
you are. You really are.
You know that case you talked about where they pulled the suitcase out? We've seen that video, right? They pulled the suitcase out. So it's like a 5-10 second clip. You know how sometimes liberals take 5-second clips of Trump out of context? Basically what happened is this 5-second clip was out of context. They brought it to a court and the judge who was appointed by, can I finish?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done now. Because I'm going to go do a real interview so it can get on the air.
Nobody talk to me right now. I just have so much heartburn over all the people who just got scammed by Donald Trump because they're never going to get their Trump phones or the deposits they paid. And I just feel bad for 600,000 people who were dumb enough to believe that man. So for over a year, he's been stringing them along that a Trump phone is coming and it's going to make America great again. Where's the $59 million, y'all? Where did that money go? Normally, I'd take this time to explain the many other ways that Trump has managed to screw his supporters over, like the Doge checks and the tariffs and the no new wars and the inflation and the gas being cheaper and that he was going to end the war with Ukraine and day one everything would be great in America. But the only thing I think I'll say is there's a reason Donald Trump became a Republican, and it's because he knew Democrats were too smart to fall for this shit.
In today's segment of Your President Doesn't Care About You, this is what he said when he was asked about your financial well-being. He said, and I quote, "I don't think about Americans' financial situation. Not even a little bit. And yet, Americans are in dire straits right now. Between his trade war, the Iran war, and every other bad financial decision he's made, it's not looking good for us. The US debt now exceeds the size of the economy. And remember, most of the wealth in America doesn't belong to working people either. The cost of gas is so high that it might cost you an hour's wage just to get to work. And for the first time in 3 years, inflation is outpacing wages. The system is broken. Donald Trump sold many Americans a lie, and now they're waking up. Where do we go from here, though? Not back. Americans deserve real change. Universal health care, affordable housing, education, and childcare. With plenty of money left over to enjoy life. We will settle for nothing less."
When Alex Jones, the guy who said they're turning the frogs gay, says this about Donald Trump, you know it's over.
Trump needs intervention. He needs to take some time off. When your ankles swell up 3 times the size they were before, that means heart failure. And he does look sick. And he does babble and, sound like the brain's not doing too hot. We need to pray for Trump, that the Holy Spirit touch his heart and loose him from whatever evil control he's under. I'm serious.
When the conspiracy theorists of the far right are now creating conspiracy theories to explain the behavior and demeanor of the guy they love, that's that.
Okay, just watch this. All hell is breaking loose in a full-blown MAGA civil war. Donald Trump is savagely attacking fellow Republicans, he calls. Disloyal for daring to release the Epstein files, branding them traitors, hurting his Mar-a-Lago friends in the movement. He's unleashed tens of millions, the most ever spent in a House primary, to destroy Rep. Thomas Massey in Kentucky for leading the discharge petition, while also going after Lauren Boebert for campaigning with him and even threatening Marjorie Taylor Greene. Trump calls Massey the worst Republican congressman in history, despite his near-perfect voting record with him. The hypocrisy stinks. These same MAGA voices once demanded the files exposing a child sex trafficking ring, yet now anyone pushing for transparency is dead to me. Meanwhile, a New Jersey MAGA congressman has gone completely missing. Primaries are turning ugly with sleazy attack ads, and the party devours itself as wars rage and costs soar. It's the ultimate betrayal covering for the Epstein crowd while pretending to be America first.
Regina Foley messaged me, and she says she is retired in Greensboro, North Carolina. She is a registered Republican all her life. She voted for you 3 different times, but she is not happy about how her prices have not come down that she sees. And she said this, quote, I want the Republicans to keep control of Congress in 2026, but something has to be done fast. I don't see the best economy right now. Wall Street numbers do not reflect my Main Street money. Please do something, President Trump. So I guess what do you say to Regina and people like her?
Well, I do say this. Beef we have to get down. I think of groceries. You know, it's an old-fashioned word, but it's a beautiful word. Beef we have to get down, but we've got prices way down.
It's Say Something Normal, the only game show where you win by just saying one normal thing. Dr. Oz, you're up first. It's time to say something normal.
Let me speak a little bit about the reality that 1 in 3 Americans are under baby.
Oh, nice try, but no. Over to you, Mr. President. Think you have what it takes to say something that's not truly and utterly bizarre?
Every person around is going to have autism. That's what's happening, so.
Sorry, that was weird. We're looking for something normal. RFK Jr. Ready, set, say something normal.
In 1970, men had twice the sperm count as our teenagers do today.
Sorry, you answered with teen sperm trivia. That unfortunately is not something normal to say. Mr. President, over to you again. Say something normal and you win.
I became the father of fertility.
Nope, that's all the time we have for today. Better luck next time on Say Something Normal.
Okay, we have it in our say. Fire, boom.
Hey, check it, I'm gonna fuck y'all head up right now. I see a lot of y'all mad because Trump said he don't give a fuck about y'all's financial situation. That's funny as fuck. I find that very funny that a lot of y'all white ass mad. How it feel, bro? How does it feel? How does it feel? I want y'all to tell me, how does it feel, bro? To know nobody gives a fuck about y'all. How does it feel, bro? If it don't feel good, do it. This shit's fucked up, ain't it? Nobody gives a fuck about y'all. Welcome to the club, buddy. Hey.
I guess cool how MAGA's finally dumping Trump over blasphemy and gas prices, but still uncool that it wasn't because of child rape.
Hey, Trump supporter here. This goes out to Don Jr. and Eric. Where the f***'s my phones? I ordered 4 gold Trump phones in the summer. Now we can't get any updates on.
If you are a Trump supporter and you sent $100 to Donald Trump to purchase a golden Trump phone, and you're just waking up to realize that overnight the fine print was changed to say that even though you paid Donald Trump $100 for a Trump phone, you don't actually get a Trump phone, and you're really, really shocked and angry about this.
Just listen to some of his biggest supporters, both then and now. Listen to what they have to say now.
I want to say, what is happening to the man that I supported, you supported?
And I will tell you right now, I do not recognize our president.
Look, I have not exactly found the correct words to communicate how I feel about President Donald Trump. I sort of ignore the topic of his existence altogether.
It just seems so insane based on what he ran on. I mean, this is why a lot of people feel betrayed, right?
You buried the Epstein files. There is no border wall. You didn't deliver on mass deportations. You cut corporate tax rates for the rich by cutting Medicaid again. No infrastructure bill, no middle class tax cuts. You gotta refund the tariffs. And now we're in a regime change war with Iran. That's the breaking point. I'm out.
It's funny because they keep saying they don't recognize this man. This is not the president. Who else recognizes him exactly how he is? Who else is not surprised that any of this shit is happening? Who else wasn't really down to vote in a convicted felon as president? Who else has believed all the women, over 100, throughout the years? What pisses me off about these people is they will support and back and defend until he turns on you. But it's okay if he turns on everybody else and says the most disgusting things to women and admits to doing things to women and is dangerous, not that smart. Maybe it's not a great idea to put the host of The Apprentice in charge of the free world. But eventually all of them start to backpedal, they start fighting each other. It's crumbling for you guys. But you all are the biggest reasons why this man is in office and all of this shit is happening. You defended and platformed and got all of your followers and listeners to vote MAGA. All of you.
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation.
What'd you make of that?
Yeah, that's bull crap.
I think that's a true statement. Because, of course, he's not thinking about us at all.
I did vote for Trump. Seemed like a lot different, in the beginning. I'm not fully against everything, but, more currently with the way things are going, I don't agree with. I don't think we should be in this war.
He doesn't care about our situation. He doesn't. He's just here for pride and ego. He's not lying, and he proves it. Not only that, but also like food stamps and other stuff. He does not care about our financial situation. He cares about giving himself a name.
When he says that he's not thinking about Americans' financial situations, what do you make of that?
I think sometimes he comes across, he doesn't always come across, he's a little raw, a little rough around the edges. So just because he says something in a certain way, I don't think he means that he doesn't care about people. I don't believe that for a minute.
I mean, I think that when you're someone who grew up with a certain amount of money, you're going to be out of touch. You're going to live in a completely different reality than other people. When you have no idea what it's like to actually have to work for $1, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Of course, the American pockets don't mean anything to you.
Our gas prices went up because he got us there. And now what's he doing to get them back down?
I was in a conversation last night with a guy who said he regretted his vote for Trump simply because he wasn't getting the benefit out of Trump's policies that he was expecting. That is such an utterly imbecilic and selfish take. I've never even considered just voting out of my own self-interest in spite of whatever it might do to the rest of the country. Even when I was a Republican, even when I was a conservative, at my most conservative, I thought genuinely that my conservative views, that the policies that I supported would help the country and would lift everybody up. Now, I can go back now and see how I was wrong, but that was still part of my mindset. So I don't understand how somebody can come through this and think, well, it's not helping me, regardless of anything else. Now, this guy also mentioned, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, how can you be so selfish and then think so much of yourself? How can you be that self-centered and not consider how other people might be impacted by the things that could do you some good? Because I can promise you, there's a lot of things that could do me personally good, that could make my life easier, that would hurt a whole lot of people. And I don't want those things for this country.
Trump says he doesn't spend his time thinking about Americans' financial situation. But I live in reality. I'm a public school teacher. I'm here just trying to fill up my gas tank. And all I can say is billionaires are not fit to serve the interest.
The MAGA movement is imploding, with Donald Trump lashing out and attacking some of his biggest former allies. On Truth Social, Trump blasted Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and even former ally Marjorie Taylor Greene, accusing them of betraying the movement and chasing attention. This MAGA civil war has been brewing for a while. Carlson has warned Trump is straying from America first. Kelly has questioned the direction of Trump's leadership. Owens has blasted Trump's approach and warned the movement is losing its core identity. Greene, once one of Trump's most loyal defenders, has publicly raised alarm, even calling to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office, a dramatic escalation that underscores just how serious this divide has become. Trump has fired back forcefully, accusing critics of disloyalty as he works to hold together the coalition that powered his rise. For years, Trump's strength came from a unified MAGA media ecosystem that defended him through controversy after controversy. But now, some of the loudest voices who once helped build the movement are openly challenging him. The big question now, is this just another internal feud, or a sign the MAGA coalition is entering a far more unstable phase?